What's going on? Weather-wise, thankfully, we've started to see a lot of our storms start to weaken a bit, so we are getting a bit of a break. Now, the area that we are watching, boy, it has that look to it, doesn't it? Thankfully, though, this is not expected to organize. What we're looking at is a definite surface low. Winds, though, are not supportive of a even depression. And what we also see in the mid-levels is kind of a spin here as well, not as apparent on our visible satellite, but we call this, that is at the surface, and this is in the mid-levels. We say it is vertically tilted. If these little lows were able to kind of become stacked on top of each other, it would have a chance of developing. That right now is not anticipated. And even though this has been tagged by the Hurricane Center as an invest, as a highlighted area for low threat of developing, really the impacts to us have not changed. It will keep our rain chances on the high side through tomorrow, early Saturday, then a front moves through. Look at the winds right around where that center is being designated as invest 90, 9-mile-an-hour wind gusts sustained up to 7. You find some breezier conditions a little bit farther away, but none supportive of even a depression. So that is really not anticipated to organize, but it will keep our rain chances on the higher side, which thankfully we have gotten in on quite a break since earlier in the day. We're going to keep our weather impact threat for tomorrow, as we could see another 3 to 5 inches of rainfall before we are done early Saturday. The main threat would be those high rainfall rates. What we saw from the flooding today in Slidell, Pearl River was kind of a training of some of those heavier rainfall rates, and they just sat. We will continue to monitor for that threat again tomorrow and as we head into early Saturday before conditions wane. So we've got the flood watch that will stay in effect until Saturday morning, and through tomorrow some coastal flooding will likely be ongoing. Notice a few more parishes that were included as that water is piling into Lake Pontchartrain. Could see some along the western shore. Rainfall totals today, some areas isolated high totals, and then others maybe a mere trace of rainfall, or at least measurable but sustainable. 1 inch of rainfall at Kenner, we can handle that. Nearing 3 inches of rainfall at Slidell, and a lot of that over a short period of time. So again, regardless of development, this system is not really going to do anything different to us, but it will keep our rain chances on the high side through the day tomorrow. We will see likely kind of rounds of rain, at times kind of heavy. The higher likelihood of flooding, exactly where that occurs, is very much the unknown. Now, the good news is models are indicating we should see some of that rainfall early Saturday, then begin to wrap up as a front moves through. The big question, though, is going to be how far south does the front make it? Now, this model, a little bit more aggressive with the front moving well offshore, but notice it does look like it is going to stay right along the coast or just offshore. So if that is the case, it could keep our rain chances, especially along the coast, on the higher side through our coming weekend. Here's what we're looking at. This is the deepening upper trough, this kind of in combination with a little upper low over Colorado. That is going to be what pushes the front on through. But notice, as that front, or as that trough deepens south into early Saturday, it almost immediately starts lifting northward. So it will help the front get into the area. It will help to bring in some drier air, but it may lift out too fast for that front to completely sweep through the coastline. So models have been kind of all over the place with the front not moving through and we stay wet, or just moving south and maybe kind of splitting our viewing area in half with drier conditions farther north, wetter conditions farther south. This early kind of season cold front, they don't really have that push that we need, and the upper trough is going to be key. We'll see how strong that trough is. Now, most of the models do indicate that much of that tropical moisture will get forced, if nothing else, to hang right near the coastline. So I think most of our area will get into the drier air for at least a couple of days before that likely starts retreating back northward as we get into mid to late next week. So as that drier air does arrive, it doesn't last for very long. We got the wet day tomorrow, another weather impact alert day. Showers start to wrap up early Saturday morning. We stay relatively dry for the weekend. I've got that 30% chance for Sunday and Monday, mainly along the coastline. Then moisture starts surging back over us and rain chances begin returning by Tuesday.